Hi everyone. Just trying to find us on the iPad. It's Vickie Kello, your Stampin' Up! Independence demonstrator in Brisbane. Welcome to Monday Night Live crafting. Hi Kerry, hi Elizabeth. Hi Shauna. Alright, trying to bring up comments. How did everyone cope with the heat today? It was a tad hot and it's only going to get hotter. Got something stuck to my foot. Alright. Hi Glenda. How are you? I'm a little bit early tonight, so we'll just say a few hellos. For those last week that commented and shared the video went into a draw, and Marnie has won the giveaway. So I'll pop that in the post for you, Marnie. Congratulations. And to be in the running for next week, although I don't know whether I've actually got any lives scheduled for December. I was thinking I was going to take some time off, but I'm not sure whether I will or not. But if not, I'll do a random draw and put it on the post. Yeah, Kerry, the aircon is on. It's been on nearly all day. It is exhausting. So, it's hot, hot, hot. So I'm a little bit excited because tomorrow, as a demonstrator, I get to order out of here. So that's a little bit exciting. What did it get to? I think it got to about 33, 34 today, but it was like 70% humidity, Elizabeth, which made it felt like 40. But on Wednesday, it's supposed to actually get to 40. So that Wednesday is going to be a killer. But I'm a little bit excited. I can't show you what's on the inside, but I get to order out of here tomorrow. So I'm setting an alarm to get up super early so I can order it. And I've written out my wish list about 3 times, and I need to work out what I can and can't get, depending on how much money is in my account tomorrow. And I don't actually get paid until Thursday, so I might have to put in another order on Thursday because I can't possibly wait to put one order in on Thursday. I have to get what I can now. So, thanks for sharing, Elizabeth. Now I'm gonna just pop them over there somewhere. And tonight we are doing some gift packaging, so I will flip you around and show you what I've been doing. Hi, Carrie Ann. All right. I changed my video setup because I've been filming my exclusive YouTube videos that will start to go live tomorrow. So I have a number of videos and blog posts ready to celebrate 12 days of Christmas, and they will start to go live tomorrow, and they're not on Facebook or anything. They're not projects that I've done in Facebook Lives. They're exclusive YouTube content. So if you don't want to miss any projects, you'll need to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for that. So tonight, I want to make some wine bottle covers. So I went to First Choice today and got a couple of these. Hi Julie, hi Michelle. Got a couple of these little bottles of wine to give us a few gifts for Christmas. They're all different sizing, which is a little bit of a problem when doing some of this gift boxing. So, and then this tiny little one here from Jacob's Creep. So that's the smallest one. And then this one is the tallest one, but it's skinny. So these ones are a little bit shorter, but they're fat. So I've got two different boxes to show you tonight, just to work out how to get your sizing right depending on what bottles of wine you're going to buy. These are great little packaging ideas. Now, I did get the original idea from Linda Parker, but I've been given a gift box as well. I'll just go get it. I got given this for my birthday from Chrissy Graham, my friend, who's another Stampin' Up demonstrator. And so she gave this to me with a bottle of wine in it for my birthday. So I wanted to kind of recreate that, but obviously that is too big for one of these, and they just go swimming around in there. Then I'm like, even if I pulled that apart, it's too big. So I went Googling, and Linda Parker had some for some mini wine bottles. So I've used it as inspiration, but have changed it a little bit, and then want to show you how I've done it. So I'll make one first, and then I'll show you how you can resize it for your bottles. Because this one, I got these from First Choice. So I had to buy this one because I thought this bottle was just beautiful. It was, of course, the most expensive bottle, but I like the sparkle and I like the pattern on the wine bottle. Now, I'm not the biggest wine drinker either, so I just got one of each of the little bottles that I could buy individually, because some of them only come in a 4-pack and I didn't want 4 of the same thing. So then I got this one, and then if I drink wine, I do drink Moscato. So I got pink and white Moscato. Hi, Megan. And then I got this little one. Now, she's tiny, and this one was the cheapest. So this one was only $3. These ones were $5.50. This one was $5 and this one was $6. So they're pretty inexpensive. So I thought it'd be good to add to a couple of, I'm doing some gift boxes for a couple of my friends. And I thought rather than just plomping this in and going, oh yeah, here you go, I thought I might add some packaging around it. So this one fits. Hi, Nita. Okay, so that, like, they fit in there. It's a good tight fit, snug fit, and then you just do a bit of like bow tying, and then you can decorate. I haven't got to the decorating bit, and I don't know that we'll get to decorating today, but it's a snug fit. Now for these 3, you need a 12 by 12 piece of paper because they're so fat. The bottles are fat and they're a little bit. Hi, Christy. So this one's a little bit shorter than this one, because this one I did with an A4 piece of paper, but this one, because it's fatter, I couldn't do it with an A4. I needed a 12 by 12 piece. So that's why I want to show you tonight the different sizes that you do. So that one goes in this one because I thought the blue and the blue went well with that. And then the Moscato one goes in here as well. And then I've got 2 more to make. So we'll pop them down in the box. So we'll make the Moscato one first. Hi, Tara. And actually we need the scoreboard, not the trimmer. I've already trimmed a bit of cardstock. Now, so this started off at 12. This was a 12-inch piece. Hi, Sue. So it was a 12-inch piece, and I've cut it down to 8 inches. So one side is still 12 inches, which is why you still can't use A4 cardstock, because it's just not high enough. Because you need the 12 inches long, and then it's only 8 inches wide. Otherwise you don't get enough of the top box. Okay, so how I decided this, no, it's this way. You kind of get your piece and you roll it around like that and work out how wide you need it. But what I did first was on my piece, so Linda Parker uses a 1 1/8. So let's do 1 1/8. And all your panels are 1 1/8. So then you just add them along. So the easiest way to do that is you just, on your scoreboard, it's just the next line along. So then it's 3 3/8, 4 1/2, 5 6/8, 6 7/8, and then 7 and, that's not right. Hi, Angie. Have I done this the wrong way? Oh no. And then this goes, 7, 1 1/8, 2 2/8, 3 3/8, yep, 4 1/2, this one here I've missed, no, 5 6/8, set this one here, no, 7, and then this is only going to be a really tiny border. I think I've cut my cardstock a bit too short. Okay, and then so they're 1 1/8 panels all the way across. And then, so once you've kind of scored it, it is easier to fold it around a round bottle. So you go like that. And it will overlap that way. Because this way is not tall enough, yeah. And then the bottom bit, so then you twist it on the 12-inch side, and the bottom bit is 1 1/2 scored. And then what you do, I then flip it around again, get your wine bottle and line it up with your bottom score line that you've just done over here, and then give yourself a little bit of room. So I'm going to start scoring at 2 inches here. So then I know my bottle of wine's going to fit in there. And then I just score every 1/2 inch. Because you need your 3 score lines to get your little fold. And then this gives you another top piece with that. Alright, so I am going to make another one with you, so don't fret, just kind of watch this one. And then we just need to fold our score lines. So fold them all up. I haven't bothered to burnish. I think just folding enough with your fingers is enough. And then fold the bottom one up. Now the top one, we want to do a concertina fold. So we want to fold the first one down and then just concertina it to get that mountain fold. There, and then just do that again so that you get the valley fold there. And then what you do, this second fold line here, because this first one is, so here's another box. This first one is here. So this second one is what we need to fold over, and we need to get that flat. So then fold everything back this way so that you've got your second score line folded flat. Now you can use any punch for this. Linda used a circle punch. You only want a small punch, like a, she used a 1/2 inch punch or something like that. I thought, because it's Christmas, let's use the top of, keep rewriting it, Angie, because I don't know what I want. I thought I'd use the top of the bauble, just this top bit. You won't want the whole lot. So this is the largest bauble in the gleaming set. What you need to do, hopefully this shows up in camera, is you need to line it up so that the score line is in the middle of the bauble, and then I'm just going until the bauble comes in. We don't want any of the big bit. And punch. And you do that again. And keep going along. Until we get to the end. Now, something's gone a bit skewy with my measurements. This should be 1/2 inch so that you've got a bit more of a border here. And on this end bit, where it's right at the end, we only want we still need to punch it out, but only 1/2 of it. So just line up in the middle like that and punch. Now I've got all these bits over the floor and on my top. Put the punch to the side. Now for this I am going to use tape, not a seal, because it's just a little bit easier. But we need to do some cutting. So where we've got our small score line here, this is where we're going to add the tape or add the adhesive. We need to chop this little bit off. And that's it for the chopping off. Now we just need to cut up these score lines. You don't have a punch. Could you just triangle cut? Yes, or if you've got the old envelope punch board or something like that, Michelle, you just need to have, like, notch it out somehow. So a punch is easier, and it's a bit, because then you can ensure the same sizing is consistent. But you can just notch it out. You just need a bit in there to help it bend. So then we're going to stick tape along here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now depending on the size of your bottle and the size of your panels, so I've stuck with 1 1/8 of an inch. If you had have gone 1 1/2, you might have got even amount of panels. My other box that I'll show you, I get an even amount of panels. So if you have an uneven amount of panels, you will need your bottle of wine with you when you go to close this. Okay? So let's take the tape off, turn that over, put in my bottle of wine, and because this is fattest down the bottom, because this is a pretty fat bottle of wine, start lining it up from the bottom. And by having the bottle there, it gives you something secure. And then I just kind of move the bottle up with me to push down on. because this is an uneven amount of panels. Okay, if you have an even amount of panels, you can lay it flat and do it that way, but that does not work for these measurements on this size box. Okay. So we've got that there. Just need to move that box in. That'll be alright. I've got these pieces from the Brightly Gleaming DSP pack, and how I measured this. So these are 1 1/8, so we want 1 inch panels, and then how long you want them, you just kind of measure your box where it ends up, because they'll all be different. So this ends up being 8.5 inches, so I've done it 8 and 3/8 long. So I've got a 1/4 inch spot, a border around them. So if you weren't doing this for Christmas, you could do this for birthday, and you can use any type of paper and decorate it, but it just makes a little bit of wine a little bit more fancy than just giving a bottle of wine going, here you go. So this one has got the 7 panels. And then we just start adhering them. I've done these panels too. This is what I think I've done. I've stuffed up. These panels are too wide. This box was supposed to have 1 1/2 inch panels instead of 1 1/8. That's what my problem is. But then you would have only had 5 panels, because I think I've only got 5 boxes. Yes. Let's do this again. Get another piece of cardstock. This one's going to be in Misty Moonlight because I don't have any more 12 by 12 cardstock. But, right. So, we have 8 inches. Hi, Smither. By 12 inches. And then go 1 1/2, 3, 4 1/2, stay on the right score line, 6, 7 1/2. That's my problem. 1 1/2, flip in 1 1/2, and then flip again, and do from 2 every 1/2 inch. Right, this is better. This is what, because I've made 3 different size boxes this afternoon. All right, and now we do the punch again. Good thing they're nice and quick and easy. Now again, you'll end up with 5 panels, so you still have an uneven amount, but just trim that edge bit there off, and I just wedge that just a tiny bit, and then up the bottom panels. Now I'll put tape on this. This is feeling much better. I knew I'd done something wrong. Flip that back around, get your bottle in, start at the bottom. Now this is a snug fit. Okay, you want it to be a snug fit because you don't want your wine in there moving around too much. Alright, and then line those up. Your wine can come out. That goes down. Now then you want to fold your outside, your bottom pieces all on the outside, and then you want to stick tape on 4 of the flaps. Okay, you want to leave one flap that doesn't have any tape, so you want tape on the, like that. So 4 of the inside flaps, put tape. I've made 3 now, Michelle, so to me it is easy. It's just I'd stuffed up the measurements, the scoring, so that's all right. So then you want to pull these flaps, the adhesive off these flaps, and the one without adhesive is going to be your first flap that you need to push down. So you need to take note of that. Okay, so this one is my flap with no adhesive, and you want to try and keep that pentagon shape because it's 5 sides. So fold in one, and then I fold in like an opposite side, and then fold in another one. And really there's no strict order to do that. And then what I do, just get which the bit you chop off, just get your 2-inch circle punch and punch out a bit for the bottom and stick some tape on that. And that then just goes over the top of that, and it kind of tidies it all up. Now, if you pull that open, stick that wine in there, and just, oh, that's the wrong bottle of wine. See how that's got so much room at the top? That's the wrong bottle of wine. But I've just stuck that in there just to get that base stuck. Now we can stick our decorating panels on. This is a bit better fit. So it should be Night of Navy cardstock, but I don't have any 12 by 12 Night of Navy. But the Misty Moonlight's not looking too bad as a nice contrast. So these panels are 1 inch wide, no, 1 inch and 3/8, and 8 and 3/8 high. And 1, 2, 3, 4, Did I lose? Oh, I was going to say, did I lose a panel? So that goes on there, and then that fits in there. Now that's a nice snug fit. I do have some Night of Navy ribbon that we're just going to thread through these, maybe if I light down here. Thread through these holes. And then I do have an extra bit at the top here, which I just fold over just to give it a little bit more support. So you can get your tape. It's probably easier if you do this before you decorate too much. Just stick some tape on the inside. But this is how I've done every box this afternoon because I forget to get into the last bit. Pull the tape off. And you saw my boxes earlier, you would have no idea. And then you just start folding that over. You've already scored it, so it should just fold. The cardstock is sturdy enough that it should just fold without too much damage. If you're using another brand's cardstock, I don't know how well that would go, but stamping is quite sturdy. And that then just finishes that top off, and that's that one done and dusted. So now you can decorate that however you like. So that's that first one. I'm going to stick that in the box, and that was using a 12 by 12 piece. Now this piece, because this is a little shorter wine bottle, I only need an A4 piece. So I'll show you exactly what I did to work out my measurements. I'm just cleaning up my mess. So we've got an A4 piece of garden green here. And I just stuck, because so this bottle of wine fits like this. Like if you do a rough measurement, how I know that I can still use A4 is I did a rolly measurement like this, short side, and I got plenty of room. Okay, so then what I did based on Linda's measurements was I went 1 1/8, 2 2/8, oh, stay on the right score line, 2 2/8, 3 3/8, 4 1/2, 5 6/8, 6 7/8, and then 7 7/8. So that I did. Now, because once it's scored, it's a bit easier to fold. So then I went this way around again and go, all right, well, start with the little side, because that's your tab of where it's going to stick. And I'm like, oh, I got an extra bit here that I can chop off. So I did. And seriously, that's how I got my measurements. So, and I got to my cutter, lined up this score line, and chopped it off, because I don't need it. So I don't even know what size this is. it is 7 1/8 by the length of an A4 sheet. Then bring my trimmer, my scorer back in, and again we do 1.5 inch for the bottom, and then flip it round, get our wine bottle, line the base up with a 1.5 inch score line down here, and this time 3 inches is plenty. So score it 3 inches. Then I scored it 1/2 inch and 2 inches, and then I scored again at 1 inch, because this time I'm going to have a bigger fold over bit in the top, just to make this a little bit sturdier. And that's all I'm doing there. Okay. So then we fold our score lines. Fold up the bottom, and then we concertina these again. And then we need to make sure this fold here is all the way back before we start punching. And then we just line it up again. The right score line, and then you have to do the end bit. And then you need to trim away some bits. Now with this one, because we've got the extra fluffy bit, we're going to trim away a second bit. So trim away this square like we did, this rectangle like we did last time. And then this time we trim away this square at the top here. Or this rectangle bit at the top. And we're going to stick tape along the top here. And tape along the outside bit here. Oh, we need to cut up our bottom flaps. Now on your boxes, you could sit and try and work out so you get an even amount of panels, because when you get an even amount of panels, it will fold flat like this. Okay? I couldn't be bothered doing that, so I didn't. Okay, so we want to pull. We want to have this bit folded, but don't have it taped. And then fold that bit in, pull the tape off, and then fold this bit over. And because it is an even amount of panels, it will just do it. But this top bit, if you just tuck that flap in underneath there, and then pull that tape out that you had already placed there. That will then seal that up very nicely. Oh. And I've got an extra bit of tape on the outside there that I'm going to pull off. I'm going to okay, so that bit will go like that. In there. Now with the bottom bits, again, we want the tape on the inside of the box, all but one panel, so you want it on 5 panels this time. And then because this is an even box, like with an even amount of panels, it's a bit easy to line up. As well, so you just do one box at a time. So this tag here with no tape on it will be your first panel, and then you just need to, when you stick these down, you get and make sure that they're straight, and that's going to keep box shape nicely. So this one, it's a bit easier to make sure that your box is going to stay the right size. You just get your opposites and make sure they're straight. Now it does help if you stick your wine bottle in too, to have something down the bottom to push to. Okay, so there. And then I don't have any garden, because this is an A4 piece. It was I don't have any spare garden green scraps, so I'm just going to use the Mossy Meadow scrap that I had earlier. You could use a black piece, you've probably got some scraps, just to give it a bit more strength there on the bottom. And then this one, I'm just going to leave that wine bottle in there. Now that's there, I'm decorating with the poinsettia paper. Out of tape. So I would hope that I've made this look easy enough that everyone is willing to give this a try, because it's a lot of fun and it dresses up the bottles quite nicely and makes an inexpensive gift look very fancy. I've just got to now decorate. So with those other Christmas gleaming ones, I was going to add some ornaments to it. This one I've got the some poinsettias already cut, so this one I might decorate all the way. No shortage of tape. All right, a couple more panels. So you could try and do this for the larger bottles as well. My issue would be that you'd probably need 12 by 12 cardstock, and we don't have a great, you can't make too many, like you can't get a pack of the one colour 12 by 12 cardstock. So you'd need to make different colours. Whereas if you find a smaller one, you can, a smaller bottle, you can just use A4. Great way to use up before the new stuff comes. Yes, it is a great way, and in all honesty it doesn't really use up that much, because this one is only, these panels were 7/8 of an inch. No, they were an inch wide, and they're only 6 7/8 high, so they're still a bit over half a sheet. Now I've got the red ribbon that comes with the poinsettia paper, sweet. So threading that through. Alright, so there's that. And then I've got some poinsettias that I cut out earlier of the red velvet paper. So we can just put these together with glue dots. Oh. That glue dot didn't even stick, that's why. Didn't come off the paper. You could, if you wanted to, Glenda. At least if you're going to put chocolates in there, you could make a whole heap up from like a standard measurement as such. Whereas the wine bottles, it's a bit hard to make them too far in advance until you've actually got the wine, because like I bought 5 bottles today and there's 3 different sizes. Who thought little wine came in all different shapes and sizes? So I was kind of thinking I could just come up with a standard size, but that's not the case. You kind of have to personalize it to each bottle, but chocolates would be much better. And then I'm just going to finish that off with one of these beaded pearls. Need to teach me to drink wine, wine, Elizabeth. So that's that one done. So we'll bring in the other ones. I haven't finished decorating them all, obviously. So there's the Misty Moonlight. Pretend that that is Night of Navy, because I stuffed up the measurements. Here's the Balmy Blue. And then I've got 2 of the Mossy Meadow ones as well. Oh, sizing. Right, so I hope you enjoyed tonight's project, and if you do end up giving it a go, I'd really like you to share it on my page so that I can see what you've done. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll maybe see you next week. Bye.